All right, here we go, guys. Welcome to the 619 Padres talk here, guys. All right, I'm going to kick things off with obviously the biggest news in the National League West right now is that Shohei Ohtani has signed a 10-year, $700 million contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And apparently, so I guess this contract that Shohei signed, I guess they're going to I guess the payments are going to be deferred. So they have deferrals in the contract. So however that works out, that means like that he's going to get paid over that it'll pay over time, and that it will allow the Dodgers to continue to sign guys and not be over budget. But now what does that do for the Padres now? Looking at the current construction of the Padres roster without not Shohei. I wish they signed Shohei. I wish. But without Soto and without Grisham out there in center field, now the Padres have a glaring need that they have two glaring needs that they're going to have to address out there in the outfield. Right field and center field. Two glaring positions that they're going to need that they need to handle, like really badly need to address, like, immediately. So here's what I think they're going to do. What I think is going to happen is the Padres are very interested in Jo-Hung Lee from Korea, who is a best friend of Ha-Seong Kim. And secondly, I found out today that Chan-Ho Park, I did not know this, but he's in the Padres front office, and he is from Korea. So he knows Ha-Seong Kim, best friends with Ha-Seong Kim, and also you've got Chan-Ho Park, who is from Korea as well, who can talk to him, who can say, hey, this is where you want to come, da-da-da-da. These are the superstars these are the guys that we have on our team currently, and so getting Lee would address that center field position. But here's the other thing. Now, how do you address the right field position? If you sign Lee, you've got the center field and the hitting addressed. You've got the power hitting center fielder with excellent defense out there. So you've basically gotten two things covered out there for center field. But now the Padres, if they sign Lee and address that center field issue, now they have to address the right field issue. Or left field, because Tatis is in right. Left field issue. So now you have to address that. And I don't know who is out there free agency. Could you do Cody Bellinger and put him in left? Could you get Harrison Bader, put him out there? And then you have to address pitching. You got 4 prospects, couple of which you could probably bring up to the major leagues right now. Michael King, Drew Thorpe, Johnny Brito. Those guys, you could maybe bring all 3 of them up and have them be the, put one of them as your starter. because you're going to have to fill the Blake Snell void. You're going to probably have to fill the Michael Wacha void and Seth Lugo. So you're going to have 3 spots that you're going to have to fill. That you're going to have a second guy that you're going to have to put behind Musgrove and Darvish. So you're going to have your number 3, and Michael King could be that guy, or you could bring in Justin Bieber, or Justin Bieber, not Justin Bieber, Shane Bieber. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Shane Bieber, not Justin Bieber, Shane Bieber from the Cleveland Indians. You bring him in. The Padres are still talking to Corbin Burns, I think. So you could bring him in and have him be the number 3 guy, and, have him go behind, and so there's different things that you could do, but you've got to address the pitching issue. You've got to address the starting pitching. And then I don't know if Cronenworth is still on the trade block. I've heard, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And so going into 2024, what does the season look like for the San Diego Padres? Well, it's to say the least, it is really interesting now that Shohei has signed with the Dodgers. Now, all these other teams are going to have to counter and compete with the Dodgers, who just signed the greatest player in Major League Baseball next to Babe Ruth. Because now Shohei will not pitch for a year because he's had Tommy John surgery. So you still can use him in the DH spot. The Dodgers will still be able to use him as the DH. And who knows? I don't know how he's going to transition to the National League. I mean, National League and American League are still... They're not really any different because now both leagues have the DH, so you really don't have to worry about that. And he's played in all these ballparks already, so... But that just means that the Padres and Dodgers are going to we'll be seeing a lot more of Shohei Ohtani during the regular season. I'm excited about that. Shohei is a great player. I just wish that he would not have gone to the Dodgers. But at the end of the day, Shohei made the decision. That's where he wanted to go. That's where he felt that that's where he felt would be the best fit for him. And that's what a lot of the talking heads were saying. A lot of the guys on MLB Network, a lot of the guys on radio were saying that the Dodgers would be the perfect fit for Shohei. And if he feels that's a good fit for him, then awesome, great. But at the same time, it sucks because now we're going to have to deal with him on a more consistent basis, playing in the National League West. And I don't know how we counter that. I mean, we can't counter that. There's no way the Padres can counter that. We have to bring in another elite player, and that player looks like like I said, we are very interested. The Padres are very interested in Jo-Hong Lee. So we could, like I said, bring him in, and that would kind of be our big guy, our big signing during the off season. So, we'll have to see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm telling you guys, the landscape of the National League West just changed within just a few days of Shohei signing with the Dodgers. And we all knew where it was going to go. We all knew he was going to sign. But now the Padres have to go to work addressing like I said, addressing their issues, addressing now left field and center field and pitching and the catching position. You know, who do you? I mean, we haven't re-signed Gary Sanchez yet. Gary Sanchez is still a free agent as far as I know. So who's gonna hit behind? You know, who's gonna be the second catcher behind Luis Camposano? That I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting to see what the Padres do in that position. With that position, with the catching position, it's going to be really interesting to see where they go, who they look at, what free agents are out there, maybe what they can do, making the trade market. And I don't know if Cronenworth is still on the trading block, but I had heard during and after the winter meetings that Cronenworth was possibly a trade piece for the Padres. I don't know if that was just, you know, if that was just being put out there, or if that's actually the case, or if he is still on the trade block. That would be another, you know, huge contract that you'd be able to get rid of and be able to potentially get a power hitting first baseman, a good first baseman. Cronenworth is good over there. Don't get me wrong. Just his numbers at the plate aren't reflecting the type of hitter, the type of player that he can be, that he is. So this is the thing. If Cronenworth is still a trade piece, if Cronenworth is still on the trading block, you got to look, like I said, you got to look at free agency. Who can you trade? You know, maybe who you can trade. But again, you don't want to take on a huge contract for a first baseman, because you know you don't want to put yourself in that you don't want to put yourself in a bind in a hole, which is what the Padres, you know, financially, which what kind of the Padres have done. They want to get to that $200 million payroll. So, you know, it's just going to be real interesting to see what happens, what the Padres do. But again, guys, the biggest new piece of news in the baseball world: Shohei Ohtani is a Dodger. Shohei Ohtani will be coming to the National League West. We'll be playing in Dodger Stadium against the Padres on a regular basis, along with that balanced schedule. So we'll be seeing a lot of Shohei. And during this offseason, the Padres we have got to improve. We've got to get better. We've got to improve our, like I said, those three key positions. We've got to improve those. We've got to get better. We've got to. And so we'll have to see what shakes out, how everything shakes out, kind of how things go from there. We'll have to see. So, anyway, guys, that is really all I've got for this episode. I will keep you guys posted up on what the Padres do. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you guys in the next one, and let's go Padres.